Hey y'all, happy Saturday. I told you guys at 3:30 we was gonna go live on Instagram. I'm so mad because I have to figure out a way that I can like duel my lives, but I'm gonna figure it out one day. Trust me. All right, so I'm gonna let some people come in. Then I'm also gonna pin a comment of our day one instructions of what we need to do, and then as a couple seconds, I'm gonna really probably start maybe like in a minute or 2 minutes. Be really long. So I'm gonna try to give you guys the whole summary of the 14-day self-love challenge, and then I'm at the end of the live I'm going to give you guys day one tips or I shouldn't say tips, because we really are going to, each day we're going to go through the practices, but I want to explain to you guys the concept of the self-love challenge, and then I'm going to give you guys your day one task that you have to do. And I know we're kind of late in the day, but we still have time. So I'm going to actually write the task that we are doing for the first day in the comments. And I see people coming in. Hey y'all, hey, just getting everything ready. And this isn't going to be a long live. I just want to make sure there's enough people that's going to be in here if they want to partake in the challenge. So let me write this in here. And I'm also going to pull up my notes. Let me pin that. Okay. I'm going to pull up my notes on my iPad too. Y'all, just a little quick story time. My mom had just called me to tell me that she was watching my vlog on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed, go subscribe. And she was saying like how it was so much noise. She was like, your voiceover and your actual video was playing at the same time, which is weird because I swore up and down that I muted all the actual clips where I was talking. But now I have another problem that I got to fix. So I was kind of in the middle of doing that, and I realized it was time to go live. So I am going to begin. So thank you everyone who has joined in, and the people that decide to flow in, or if you even catch this on a replay, because I will be posting each and every day of this 14-day self-love challenge. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And I welcome y'all, because not only am I going to give you guys the practices to practice self-love if you do not practice self-love on a daily, but I'm also going to be partaking in these activities. Now, some of these activities I do already on a regular, but I want y'all to really understand that I'm not just giving y'all stuff to do just for the heck of it. Like, I truthfully want y'all to start embracing self-love more. I want y'all to start, just getting a little bit deeper into personal development and self-work and all of that, because it's easier to say like, oh yeah, I've done the work, I'm this person, I'm healed. But it's like, when you're actually in it and you're actually doing it, it feels freaking amazing. So I'm super excited. And if y'all are coming in and y'all like, what's the self-love challenge? What's the 14-day self-love challenge? Stay tuned and listen, right? I did make a post early this morning kind of explaining it, but I'm going to explain it a little bit more in this live. And then we're going to get into your day one actionable task that I want y'all to do. So the 14 days of self-love is a self-love challenge that I created myself. I was just like, I want to do something for Valentine's Day, but I don't want to do like typical cliche, like, get a man and and go on dates. Like, I want us to really hone in on self-love within ourselves, right? I want us to realize that self-love, for one, is not always just going to go get your nails done, going to get your lashes done, getting your hair done, getting your toes done, going shopping. Now, don't get me wrong. Those can be things that you do, right? But when it comes to the self-love that I talk about, is typically and mainly from the inside, right? So in order for us to be a better whole in the world, like, we have to be better within ourselves inside, right? Internal. It is all internal work. We have to love ourselves inside so that we can share that love that we give ourselves inside to other people, right? That's why the world is such a crazy place, because it's just like everybody has that ego, and they're operating out of, oh, I'm better than you, and oh, I do this, and it's a mess, right? If we want to make the world a better place, we have to start within ourselves, and we have to start within our own households, right? You hear the saying, oh, it starts at home. It legit starts at home. So if I can love myself, I can spread that to my family. I can spread that to my kid. I can, encourage them to spread it to other people. Like, that is literally what we are supposed to do, right? But, worldly things happen. People got their own opinions, and people lose focus of actually spreading love, so that everyone can feel it. So I decided to do this challenge, and this challenge is solely for women, but anybody can join in. So you'll hear me a lot of the time, like throughout the next 14 days, I'll refer to the women, but men, you are welcome. I'm not saying that you guys don't deserve to be loved or love yourself or even spread the love. I encourage you as well. But I will specifically be talking to the women, because I know as a woman myself, I didn't always love myself. And it's there sometimes, like during the days, like I'm like bashing myself, and I have to tell myself, like, no, that's not how you feed into your soul. That's not how you feed into your life. You need that love, right? So that's why it's only seeming like it's presented to women, but everybody is welcome. So the 14-day journey for women, but for everyone, is to help them embrace self-love by dealing with different actionable tasks and practices. So like I said, there's so many different things that we could do to embrace that self-love a little bit more. But it's not just the material things. It's not just the going shopping, getting your nails done, getting your hair done, right? There are some things that we need to do internally that's going to help you mentally, that's going to help you physically, and that's going to help you emotionally, right? And we even got some spiritual things that may sprinkle in there, right? So for day one, as y'all see, I wrote in the comments, and for people that's catching on the replay, obviously I'm going to tell you what it is anyway. The first task that I want y'all to do for today, day one, and I encourage y'all, I get it. We do 1,010 different things in a day. I am literally doing a whole lot, right? Each and every day. I know that it may be hard to get to it the day that I post it, and I'm going to try to post y'all tasks either in between the 9 to 12 o'clock hour, right? In the morning, that morning to afternoon time, so that you have time to do it. This one is a little bit later because it's Saturday. I'm like, I don't really want to work that hard early in the morning. But day one, I want y'all to write a love letter to yourself. And I'm going to read off the prompts, because I know you could be like, oh, well, write a love letter. Like, what am I supposed to write? I'm going to tell you exactly what to write, and then I'm going to give you real time example of my love letter. And then I'll probably post something later on showing you a love letter to myself. Like, it'll probably literally just be a picture of when I write it down, because I'm just going to read it off to y'all. So let me pull up my notes. And every day, so for 14 days, so today's the first day, and February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, will be the last day. So from now until February 14th, you guys will have one thing that you have to do to pour more into yourself. And at the end of the 14 days, we will have 14 practices that we can implement in our life for the rest of the life, right? Rest of your life, so that you can implement. And obviously some things you don't have to really do more than once. Like write a love letter to yourself. You probably wouldn't do that every single day or every other month. You may, right? You may do it. But it's a practice that you can do when you may feel down, or when you feel like, I had a hard week, and, I catered to work, I catered to family, I catered to a spouse, I catered to everybody, but I didn't do anything for me. Go pull out your notebook or wherever you were all in practices at, and pick one, right? I actually have a jar that I try to put a couple of different things in the jar, and they're like on popsicle sticks, and I pull it out, right? Some things are second nature. Like some of the things that I do is just like my regular hobbies, like binge watching my favorite old TV shows or old movies. But we're going to go through a list of things within these 14 days that you can really apply. And then at the end of the 14 days, on February 20th, we are going to do a live group call. Now, this is something that's really important. I'm not going to get too deep into it today. But the group call is going to be on February 20th. And it's for anyone, right? Anyone can join. It's going to be $14 to join in honor of February 14th, Valentine's Day. And I'm basically going to go over all the 14 days that we did. And you guys are going to actually get an actionable task list, like a plan of how your self-love will help you throughout the rest of the year, and it's going to be broken down into different categories, and you guys are going to be able to walk away with that on your own. And we'll have like open discussion. It's going to kind of be like y'all my Valentine, but I just didn't want to do it on February 14th because people who actually may have Valentines, may be going out. So I was like, let me do it a couple of days after Valentine's Day. So yeah, we're going to talk more about the group call on a separate live. We're not going to focus on that right now. I just want y'all to get day one done, okay? So let me actually pull up day one. Okay, so day one task, we want you guys, this is what we're going to do, right? As a whole, we're going to write a love letter to ourselves. Now, you don't have to write your love letter right now while you're watching the live. You can, but even if you need to put a pin in it and be like, okay, these are the actual prompts that I'm supposed to be doing. Do whatever you need to do, right? But I'm going to give y'all an example of my love letter. I'm going to read it out loud to y'all. I didn't write it. I'm just going to straight off the chromosome, okay? But one of the things that I want y'all to really reflect on when you are writing this love letter are your qualities, your achievements, and your aspirations. And I want y'all to really focus and reflect on those things because self-affirmation is powerful. A lot of the times when we are going through the midst of the day-to-day life and feeling like, I'm down and out and I don't really have no pick-me-up, or I'm the only person that picks everybody else up and nobody picks me up, this love letter is going to help you get a little bit more insight on who you are. And that's why I feel like this challenge is going to be fun. I'm super excited. So, day one, write a love letter to yourself. Your prompt to write is dare your name, right? We want to address who we are talking to. We are talking to ourselves, right? So for mine, it'll read, Dear Siera, right? I am so proud of you for, that's the first line. And then don't worry about like, if you're like, oh, well, this is too much to write, I'll have it in this caption when I post the live as well. So you can just read it that way. But I'm going to give y'all the real life example for me after I read it off. I'm so proud of you for, I love that you inspire me because. So I'm going to read it straight to y'all, right? So, Dear Siera, I am so proud of you for being a vessel to other people. I love that you are resilient. I could probably put something else in there, but I love that you are resilient and you inspire me because a lot of people don't have a person like you in their life. That's something that I would say, right? That would be what I would write to myself. So at any moment that I feel like, I'm a piece of crap, or, somebody even made me feel like I'm down and out and I'm not worth nothing, I would read that letter back to myself to see the type of person that I am truly, right? Despite of how people feel and their perceptions and their views and how they view me, right? And how they try to put that on me. I would go back and read that letter and be not only appalled, like, oh, I said this about myself, but I'll also be encouraged to continue to move in that light, right? I will be encouraged to be like, you know what, forget what so-and-so said about me, or forget about how so-and-so made me feel, or forget about how a certain and specific event happened that made me feel a certain type of way. This is who I am, right? So this is why I want y'all to take y'all time on this. This is not a rush. I want y'all to pour your hearts out. Like mine's for sure is going to be 10 times longer than what I just read to y'all. But I wanted to give y'all some type of real life example. And I want y'all to save the letter. I don't care where y'all put it at. I also encourage y'all to post the letter, even if you just post it in your stories. I would love to see it. And even if you feel like you're not open enough to share it to the public and you just want to share it to me, take a picture of it, screenshot it, wherever you write it, and send it to me in my DMs. I'm going to love it either way, okay? I'm going to love it either way. And if you don't want me to repost it or, share it with my community, that's perfectly fine. I'll respect that. But the ultimate goal is for y'all to write this love letter to yourself so that you actually have something to go back to reflect on, because it gets dark. It gets dark sometimes. And if you're a person where you're on your self-love journey and you may not have anyone and you are the strength of your friend group, you are the strength of your family, you may feel like you don't have nobody to pour into you. So this is your opportunity to find a way to pour back into yourself when you need it most. Okay? So at the end of this challenge and throughout the challenge, I want y'all, if y'all do share y'all actionable tasks that I give y'all every single day for the next 14 days, if you post it on social media, I want y'all to hashtag self-love with Siera. That's how I'm going to be able to track it. That's how I'm going to be able to see. Do not forget to put the hashtag, whether you post it, whether you put it in your story, whatever, right? Hashtag self-love with Siera, and make sure it's all together so that's the actual hashtag. But yeah, I'm excited, y'all. I am super excited. I am going to post this live, and I thank y'all for all tuning in and staying in and listening. If anybody has any questions, I mean, I feel like it's very simple. It's a very simple thing. We're going to either go live, share in story, and post about it. And sometimes you may get all three in a day. It just depends on my day. But you will have a post every single day for the next 14 days about whatever actionable practice that we need to be taken in each day. So day 1, it is done. I am going to write mine probably after I get off this live, just because I know me. And then I'm probably going to take a picture of it, but I won't post it until later on tonight, since this is technically included as a post. So yeah, y'all, not only is this a challenge for us to love ourselves more, but this is my accountability for the next 14 days to talk to y'all and engage with y'all. So I love y'all, and I hope that this really helps somebody, if not many. And if you are watching this, whether it's live or on the replay, and you know somebody that can actually benefit from this, send this to them, because it doesn't just have to be with y'all. Share this with other people, because everybody, again, needs to love themselves. Everybody needs to have that love within themselves, so that we can consistently and constantly share love all around this world, because it's crazy. Okay? But that's all I got for y'all. I hope that y'all have an amazing rest of y'all Saturday, and we will talk tomorrow for day 2, so stay tuned.